Whoa, I just came out of a time machine and we're 5 years in the past. Look, there's 14-year-old Lamone. What's he doing? What, that bugger's scrolling Netflix. What's he looking for? Well, I believe around this time, Lamone had just finished Naruto, and he was looking for a new anime to fill the hole that it left in his heart. What's he doing on Netflix? There weren't many good animes on there at this time. You'd have to scroll for ages. The odds of him finding something good are so catastrophically low. That's what you might think. I've forgotten the voice I did for him. That's what you might think. But look at this right here. It's The Devil is a Part-Timer. The best isekai out back then. What the bloody hell is The Devil is a Part-Timer? That sounds fucking stupid. And what are we even doing here, mate? Why are we watching this random fucking kid search for anime on Netflix like a fucking bellend? Well, Australian man, I can answer that question. And the answer, actually, no, I can't answer that question. We gotta talk to future, or I guess present Lamone for that. So let's go. Whoa. What are you guys doing in my basement? We're here to ask you some questions, mate. Oh, this is so fucking dumb. He wants you to tell him about The Devil is a Part-Timer. What? Get the fuck out of my house. Who are you people? Don't worry about it, bugger.
Oh my god, I didn't get it off.
Just tell us about The Devil's a Part-Timer, mate. My voice is slowly decreasing, so we have to end this skit right here, right now, mate. Just get on with the fucking description. Okay, The Devil is a Part-Timer is an anime about, you guessed it, the devil working part-time. But that's a bit reductive, because what it actually is the most heartwarming, soul-lifting, gut-wrenching, laughter-inducing, powerful, refreshing isekai ever, following the life of the demon lord Satan after he is defeated and escapes through a portal with his right-hand man Alciel, only for them to end up on a new, unknown planet, Earth. Here, Satan has to assume the role of the average citizen, changing his name to Seto Mao, and picking up a part-time job at McDonald's in order to fight against his greatest enemy yet, poverty. What follows is a wild story. The hero who defeated him showing up on Earth as tech support and his underage coworker developing a crush on him are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the shenanigans that occur in this story. It hooked me in, and it didn't let me go, building up what I believed at the time to be the most interesting concept for an anime ever. And after quickly binging through all 13 episodes, I eagerly jumped to the internet to see when the next season was coming. But what I saw next hit me just like you hit me, Australian man. And by that, I mean quite hard. I saw the words, "There ain't no new season coming, fuck you." That's not what I read, but it was something along those lines. The only conclusion I could come to for the reason for this was that maybe Japanese people just didn't like it, and the reception wasn't good, which would also explain why it was on Netflix at the time it was. But I didn't lose hope yet. These are just some random people on the internet. What do they know? They can't possibly know more than me, right? Well, yes, that's right. They are just some random people on the internet who may not even know more than me. But then I saw an article saying that the creator himself, Satoshi Wagahara, stated that a second season was pretty much an impossibility. I was crushed, but eventually I moved on. Any glimmer of hope I had for a second season was snuffed out throughout the 5 years that had gone by with no new information. But then, out of buttfuck nowhere, a second season was announced, and I couldn't be happier. That brings us to now, July 31st, 2022. When an Australian man and some sort of scientist have teleported into my room and assaulted me. And a few episodes of The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2 have come out. And honestly, I'm enjoying them. Considering Season 1 came out 9 years ago, and I was way dumber when I watched it, I wouldn't have been surprised if the second season didn't hit the same as the first. But the concept is still just as refreshing as when I first watched it. And what little story progression we've gotten so far has honestly been pretty interesting. The characters are fun, their dynamic is interesting to see unfold as always. The new depth we found in some of them throughout these first few episodes has honestly been amazing. My only complaint after watching the first few episodes is that the animation looks a bit wonky at times. Usually it's fine, dead average animation, but at times it'll get all fucked up and look weird. Like pretty much every time the baby's on screen it just looks so bizarre. But even that's not too much of a problem. And this brings me to my next point. The overcomplication of anime. What are you talking about, mate? What? We just wanted to hear about The Devil is a Part-Timer. The fuck are you talking about? Shut up, Australian man. This is my video. And I am getting rid of this bit. What do you mean? Why am I fading away? No! Alright, that was it for that. Back to the point. Recently, I found myself watching less and less anime. I originally just assumed that I was getting burnt out of it and that I just didn't enjoy it as much anymore, but that wouldn't make very much sense now, would it? Because I hadn't even started animes. I would just look at them and be like, I'm not watching that, and move on. I didn't give any of them a chance. And so why was I doing that? Well, it's because I was too stingy, only watching anime that I thought would be some sort of awe-inspiring, life-changing story mixed with animation done by God himself and music orchestrated by Mozart and Beethoven's fusion. But the return of The Devil is a Part-Timer has brought me back to the days when any anime could entertain me, and it's made me realize that anime is not so serious. Now I'm watching more anime than I ever have before, and it's not really necessarily great anime, it's a bunch of stupid shit like your ex-girlfriend becoming your stepsister, or vampire woman talks to kid who stays up late, or even uncle returns from Isekai world and he's still ugly and a loser. I've stopped being so critical of what I'm watching, which is a problem that I think got placed into my head after seeing all the elitists all over Instagram and Twitter. I thought, man, I gotta watch good shit so that no one can chat shit about my anime taste and I can say, I've got better taste in anime than all of you. I know all the reasons your favorite anime is bad and all the reasons mine are good. I've turned a new leaf. Or I guess I've turned back over an old leaf. I don't know. I'm just enjoying all the stupid plot lines and the jokes that just aren't that funny, but I'm like, hey, they're supposed to be funny, so at least there was an effort. The second season so far has been fun. The developments are interesting. I really like to look into Satan's psyche, and I also like to look into Amelia's psyche. The talk about how even his demon citizens are technically just innocent people, and how Amelia is like, oh wait, we've been slaughtering these fools for so long. Left, right, and center. Imagine if someone did that to our civilians. That would be extremely fucked up. Now I'm gonna end this absolute travesty of a video there. I don't know what this was. It was barely even a Devil is a Part-Timer review. So there we have it. The Devil is a Part-Timer season 2 it's alright. It may not have beautiful animation or some crazy plot twists, but what it does have is an interesting concept, and sometimes that's all you need. It can go to a place that not many other isekai can go. And that's what makes it so refreshing. And this is coming from someone who hates isekais. We have way too many of them, and they all suck ass. Is the concept as fun as it was in the first time around? No. But it's still very fun regardless, which is why I wanted to make this video. This anime has reopened my eyes to just how lucky I am to be able to watch all these shows whenever I want. And I really shouldn't forget that. Yes, analyzing and critiquing anime can be fun sometimes, but getting stuck in that hole is the worst thing that can happen to anyone who consumes any form of media. So stop taking stuff so seriously. Watch the goofy anime about the demon lord that works at the copyright-free McDonald's and enjoy yourself. I'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces.
The black Marty McFly resurrecting the real shit, so I'm sorry if I offend plenty of the fakes. See, I'm one of a kind, the hell of a guy came through with loss to defy. They call me Philip J. Fly captain yesterday, checkmate. Your second place suckers a second rate. Yes, sir. You ever been a plug but got the weight? Crack music got the finest shit coming from out the states. But wait, now hold the phone, man. We could take a minute to pretend that me and Dave's OCN doing niggas in. We got you, your girl moving and all her friends. Ain't worried about them threes, but them nines and tens. I can't wait to get bougie. My service is gonna be costly. The pick of the little niggas so haters can get off me. You think you would head? I'ma be there shortly. Of course, we in the game like Charles Wade Barkley.